Anybody here with me? Can you hear me? Check, check. I'm using new equipment today, so I really would like to know if anybody, just what the deal is with this audio. So, no doubt someone will be here in a minute. Hey, what's up, TSA? Thanks for coming. How's it going? How's the snow? You got so much snow going on over there. That's crazy. I got ice cold weather. I got 4 inches of snow so far all year. It's all gone already? I was just watching your last short, or at least I think it was your last one, and it was snowing. So at least your husky got to see the snow, right? It's probably the first time that dog was comfortable in its own skin. Dwight Bailey, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Thanks for coming. So, all right, we got a few people showing up. Thanks for coming, guys. Snug's in the house. What's going on, Snug? I saw you got the audio interface. I just watched your last video too. Awesome job, man. I'm glad it's working out. TSA, you got 7 inches. Wow. And when was the last time it snowed in Alabama? If I remember your posts correctly, it was like 2008 or 8 years ago or something like that. So, oh, how's everything? Dwight, how's that beautiful Jackson of yours doing? So, BBM's in the house. What's going on, buddy? How you doing? I got your message. I'm glad you got your stuff. So, um, I don't have too much planned. I got a couple of things we could talk about, a couple of things to share with you guys. But if you guys got anything you want to do, or anything you'd like to share, maybe with the group, or maybe have me do to share with the group, don't mind. Feel free to chime in. All right. Wow, TSA, the most snow in 100 years. That's crazy. I assume though that you've actually seen snow before, right? I mean, I know a lot of people haven't, but usually that's people in LA and Florida. With a big, just rocked out on a Gibson with a Bigsby. Nice. Is that something newer or something older? When you say Bigsby, I gotta ask. I gotta know if it's a newer one or an older one. I'm kind of hoping it's a nice old one. Excuse me, guys. What can I say? If you smoke them, if you got them, there you go. So I'm just playing a little on this, getting warmed up, and I got to tell you guys, I'm going to be reviewing this in a couple weeks. Well, you're going to see the review in a couple weeks, but if there's only 7 of these left, if you're thinking about picking one up, just go pick one up. All right, and then watch the review later. JMK in the house. What's going on? Very cool. By project, I'm assuming you're talking about a guitar. Winters in Ann Arbor, I've seen some snow. Watertown, New York, one year doing a record fall. Okay. So, all right. So we got a few people in the house. Thanks for coming, guys. And so I got a couple of things I want to talk to you about today. Um, well, first, let me share this with you, okay? Let me get this off my neck for a minute. Because I got to show you this. I ordered a new micro base. I don't know why. I just did, right? I ordered it from Amazon thinking, hey, I'm going to pick one up. I'll have another one. And because my old one, the next getting a little. So, um, so I ordered one, Amazon. And this is what fucking came. Check out what they sent me. This was ridiculous. Okay? All right? This thing was hanging open, bro. Bro, you're all bro. This here was all ripped open. It was like somebody actually. Yeah, let me put it on my shoulder so you can see. It was like somebody actually like ripped it from here and tried to get inside. All right, and it's got holes everywhere. All right, this was all ripped up. So I'm not even opening this fucking thing. I'm sending this thing right back. So, so be careful. It was Amazon delivery. Yeah, they. This thing has Amazon tape on the front. It looks like they patched up a couple of holes. It's got Amazon tape on the sides, which means it had been opened, and Amazon saw that it was opened, and they taped it up again. And when they taped it up again, that hole that I showed you guys, that big rip on the side, that must not have been there, because if it was, they'd have put tape on it. So somebody between then, after it was opened and retaped by Amazon, somebody put their arm in there like they were going to try and get it out. I don't know what's in there. I don't even give a shit. At this point, I already spoke to somebody at customer service and I said, hey, I don't know what's going on with this thing. I haven't even touched it. I don't want somebody running in my house and saying, hey, you put bricks in this fucking thing. You know what I mean? So I don't know what's going on. Just take it back. And they were like, no problem. Yeah, this is the worst thing I'd ever seen. Baby boy, yeah, excuse me. Oof. This was the worst package I've ever gotten. Although I have gotten a couple of things upside down in a bit of a puddle because my top stair there on the patio was, I guess it's a stoop. Uh, it's actually caved in a little bit, the concrete, and so a puddle forms. And then they just laid it down face up during the rain in the puddle. So, yeah. Thanks. I appreciate the agreement, Snug. Thank you. Yeah. So that's going back. All right. But you know what? I figured I should record this and get some witnesses because God knows what's going to happen, right? So, yeah. Okay. So that's that. Real quick about Igor. So, in case anybody asks, my buddy had a knee surgery. I didn't know. So, we're a week behind on getting this thing wired up. So, I'm going to try and give him time to heal and have him do it. But if he can't, I'm thinking about hitting up some YouTubers to do this, and maybe they'll give us a discount. YouTuber, giving each other a little collab kind of thing going on here, and do some good work. That will be able to have a little bit of an ooh and ah effect if I mention it at the auction. So. I'm thinking Zim's guitars. If anybody else has any ideas, let me know, and I will seek them out and ask. All right, and so maybe we get somebody like Zim's guitar to actually take the guitar, wire it up, and do a video on it as they're wiring it up. So I think that would be pretty cool. So. This thing out of the box, I took a pic right away, and they sent another one. Yeah, funny thing. Okay, yeah, that kind of thing. I think they deal with all the time. Like I remember buying a futon once, and all the screws had fallen out a hole in the box, so I needed new hardware. One sec, guys. I got a heater on here, and I got to turn it off. All right. Sorry, I got to keep that on the other side of the room. So So yeah, screw this. I'm just going to work on my bass, and that's going to be that. But I'm not going to worry about getting another one of these for a while. Although I probably will end up picking up a full short scale bass, a full size short scale bass, right, a 30 inch. So at some point, but I got a bass amp that I got to do a review on with you guys. So I need to get that in order. That's kind of why I was, buying this. So anyway, so yay! So disasters with Amazon, right? Um, stuff. What was that? Okay, okay. Did everybody get their stuff? Right? JMK, did you get a package from me? I know you didn't, TSA. I still have yours here. I actually took yours to the post office when I took everybody else's, and they told me I had to put it in a larger envelope. So uh, I took it home, but the post office is kind of out of the way, when I go to work and stuff like that. So I'm gonna get it in the mail tomorrow or the next day. You'll be getting this soon. All right, you haven't gotten yours, JMK, because I sent it out with everybody else's, and both Baby Boy and um, Snug got theirs. Let me check. I'm gonna have to pop up in a different browser here, so just give me a sec here. Let me check. Um, that's Here we go. I got to get the tracking number. Hmm. Hold on. BMB, you got yours, right? Because it's telling me it was misshipped and it's still not delivered. I'm having trouble pulling yours up, JMK. I'll do that. I did. I did. I when I printed out all the labels. Well, I had my landlord print them out. Oh, it should be on the tracking. So if I can find the file, I can get the. Where is the file? You know what? I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to look for it. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad you got yours, BMB. Uh, but yeah, JMK, I'm gonna have to send you a message with the tracking. All right. I'll text you. I'll text it to you later. I got to dig it out. So, but yeah, yours should be coming. And TSA, I'm going to be putting yours in the mail uh, today, tomorrow, or Tuesday. I'll get it done. So you'll have it. You should have yours hopefully by the end of the week. And I keep knocking shit over. So, all right. So, um, and you guys remember me telling you that I was going to be going up to T's Guitars, and I was going to check out I would check out the factory, the warehouse, the facility. I'm trying to get up there next week. All right. So, um, if what would you like me to shoot while I'm up there? What would you like to see? I'm thinking about going live while I'm up there, and I could do an interview with Jacob. I could do, um, I could take you guys through the whole process of when they get the guitar and the setup and all that stuff. Yeah, these are kind of the things that you guys are saying that I'm thinking too. So, chance, can you check out my song, The Cyborg? Dwight, I think we'll have time. I don't have a whole lot planned. So, yeah. So if everybody else is cool with it, and I think they are, everybody who's here who was here last week. So last time you were here. So yeah, I don't see why not. Um, so that's we use the Gibson custom shop guitar with the Bigsby on it. Nice custom shop. So binding on the front and the back. Nice. And so so yeah, I was thinking as getting back to T's guitars. I was thinking that we go through what they do from the moment they get the guitar and their regular setup, and then maybe their pro setup separately, right? So you could see like this is what they normally do, and we'll take you through the whole process, right? And then that'll be a video, let's say, and then the pro setup gets a video of its own, you know. But I don't know. I'm going to have him show me what everything is, go up there with these ideas, and I think figure out what would work best, and I also got to take into account what he wants to do too, right? So, well, I think I don't know. I might do an interview with him. We'll see. So, oh, how is my audio today, guys? I have a new wireless microphone setup. Are you getting a lot of boominess? A lot of the room? I got to get a drink here, guys. So, awesome. Thank you, Snug. Good. BBM, thank you. I thought about that, but I'm going to be taking public transportation up there. And I don't know if you've seen what's going on in the New York City subway systems. It's they have the National Guard taking care of people, and people are getting still getting tossed on the tracks and knifed and robbed. So I'm going to try and take surface transportation. I don't even know if that's available, but um, that was an idea. You know what? Maybe I'll just do that. Maybe I'll talk to him because I still have to let him know that we're a go. I just don't know the exact day. So I think tomorrow I'm going to give him a call and I'll run that by him. And if he wants a few dollars for that, sure. You know, I don't think he'll charge me full price, but we'll see. You know what I mean? Even if that's the case, it's about pro setup. You know, from T's guitars, that would be a good selling point for the guitar too, right? So I'm definitely going to talk to him about that. That's actually a really great idea. I actually had that before, but I kind of put it out of my mind for some reason. But thank you for telling me. So, all right. So, yeah. So that's a go. Oh, you know what, guys? I got this thing here. I wanted to ask you if you'd be interested in me doing a video on this. Yeah. Right. Snug. Some visibility for T's as a local business. Yeah. That can't be a bad thing, right? Pardon me again. I got to stop drinking soda during the show. So I picked up one of these retro gaming sticks. Anybody know about these things? Right. This one's going around. It's like 30, $40. You just plug it into the HDMI port. Comes with a couple of knockoff controllers. And the reviews have been pretty good. I managed to get this from Temu for free. All right. So, and I was like, yeah, you know, I got, let me see if I'm getting something for the house, for the TV, right? You know, just to have. And I'm not into all the newer stuff, so this is kind of for me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, TSA, you were all business all the time, huh? That's okay. That's all right. That's probably why you got so good at doing those paint jobs, and the meticulousness that of the work you did on that was unreal. So so if you guys are interested, probably gonna do a review about this. All right. So I just got it. I haven't had a chance to set it up and play it. I just got batteries for the controllers. So I'm gonna do that. And if you guys are interested, right? You can't beat free. It's they have a game that's tied into the app, right? And they want to entice you to buy so that you can get stuff in the game. But there's always a way for you to get to the end of the game. It's just a drag. So every day, right around midnight, I hit that thing up and I do that for about 15, 20 minutes. And then throughout the day, I do little things to generate the income you need to keep the game going. And over a course of like a month, I got something for free. You know what I mean? So, hey. And I did it as an experiment to see if it would even work. I said, hey, maybe I can get free stuff for the channel, right? So now maybe I can. So we'll see. But anyway, if you guys are interested, I'll do that. I'll do a review on that. Dwight, um, let's check out, was it Dwight Bailey, right? Here we go. The guy with the lights in his eyes. Okay, here we go. Let me set it up and then I'll come back. Okay. Yeah, the digital pet, the starved to death, huh? Okay, all right. I'm going to set this up. I got Dwight ready to go. Let me set up the screen share. And go.
Yeah, deep in the jungle.
Nice.
Yes, I hold this ass. Wow. Made a move. Tearing down, tearing down. That's what. Cyborg. 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 That's what. Jumping around, yeah. Cyborg.
Sorry, Dwight. I had to stop for a second. I had to ask. That's a hollow body. Is that is that an LP or which one is it? Oh, I don't. I'm not. I don't know all the Gibson models, but it looks like one of their other ones as well. Good looking guitar.
In the jungle. Cyborg. Yeah. He's in the jungle. Cyborg. What? That's what. Sample.
Good question, Snug.
Yeah, from outer space. Searching. Yeah. Cyborg. Looking for me. Cyborg. Terry. Cyborg. Metal. You ready? Cyborg. Why?
Look at two Igor.
What? That's what.
Um,
Yeah.
sorry, Dwight. I want to reply to this. I'll back up. I'll back up a little. Maybe we could take Igor to Tees to be wired together for a safe trip for you and Igor. I couldn't go next week, but maybe could the following. Um, okay, I'll look into that because I'm not set in stone on next week yet. Anyway, I have to put it to my boss, and she's actually on vacation this week, so I would actually have to be telling her, and then just fingers crossed until Sunday when I could find out. So, um, so I don't have to go next week. So okay, we'll talk. Let's let Dwight continue. Back up just a little.
Oh, yeah. Cyborg. 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 Mars. Middle Mars. Yeah, jumping. Cyborg. When the big rocks, yeah, damn good. What? Yeah, he was a cyborg Sam. That's what. Cyborg. Cyborg.
EPA.
Cyborg. Metal. You ready? Yeah. Jumping through everything. What? Go. Yeah. That's what. Sasquatch. Squatch. Yeah. Jumping down your tree. Cyborg. Cyborg. Metal. Red. Cyborg. Metal. Yeah. What? That's what. Look out. Sample Sand Squad. Yeah. Rock on, everybody. Cyborg. Cyborg.
To me, a guitar is a no, not yet. I'm sharing. There you go. Okay. Okay, BBM, I'm going to send you an email now so you can text me. So, Dwight, I agree with JMK. I was actually thinking that the mix on this one is a lot. It's clearer. It's more balanced. At least to my ear, it's coming through better this time. So than the last one. So I'm liking what I'm hearing, and I agree with JMK because you got something. You definitely got something good going on here, and it just maybe maybe it's just more volume. Maybe it's just about bringing everything up in the recording. I don't know, but I'd like to hear. Uh, I'd like to hear this with better sound quality. Um, yeah, yeah, I like the way you're layering things too with the backup vocals and the whole concept of like somebody in the back just going cyborg, and all that. It works. And email. All right, I just sent you an email, and this way you can put me in your phone. I'll have you in my phone. So, oh, you're welcome, Dwight. Dwight, it's no problem. It's my pleasure. I like that guitar. I'm not a huge fan of 24 and 3/4 inch scale lengths, but I like that guitar. Uh, and I give Gibsons shit all the time, but if I had one, I would definitely be happy. BBM, that would be awesome because that would help. That would definitely help. So, and you used to going into Manhattan from upstate anyway. I could meet you in Midtown, something like that. Okay, that works, Dwight. I like that. I got to get a Ditto pedal. I never had one. I really should. I'm so old school. Um, so wow, we got a lot done in half an hour. I'm surprised. So, um, so what else is up? What's going on with everybody else? What are you guys up to? Okay, so you're only a little bit further upstate than they are, right? Yeah, because I know where. That's right. I know where you're at. So yeah, that would be great. Although I do have to do this as early as possible because I need to get. I don't know how the bus runs from his place back to the city, and so I either got to make sure that I get on the ones that are going to be the last one at the end of rush hour or something not long after that. That's what I'm thinking because I don't want to be going home at midnight. So I got to get to his place early and then do all the work and then shoot home. So I got to be there by like lunchtime. So, but yeah, I'll call him tomorrow and I'll solidify these plans and we'll talk. So, and maybe you could do something for your channel too. But be careful. If you come up there with me, you might end up buying a guitar while you're there. I guarantee you, if he puts one in your hand, you're going to want to take it home. Drums or a Beat Buddy drum pedal. Okay, yeah. See, I got to start playing around with these things, and I also got to start playing around with a DAW. I really don't. I really haven't used one. I just use basic YouTube stuff. So, but it's not much different. So I really should get my ass started. But so, so JMK, what's your project? Oh, a guitar? Yeah, you got to wait until you get into 55 and over community. All right. Well, hey, listen, I'm 55 and over too, so if you need a roommate, then I could go. Then I could go see about getting a job at T's Guitars. Hell, maybe you should see about getting a job at T's Guitars. He might need people. He's looking. He's last time I spoke to him, he was actually looking for people to do setups on his guitars. Funzalo. Install pickups and a kill switch in an LP copy. Um, that brings up something in my mind. Well, I'm not exactly following what you're saying, but it brings up something I wanted to talk to you guys about anyway. So, uh, well, pickups and a kill switch. That's great in any guitar. But so you guys saw the latest video, right? The Rock Lock review, the Does It Suck video. There's a few guitars in there that are projects, and I'm thinking about doing those projects and maybe giving them away through the channel. So there were a couple in particular that I was thinking about to start things off. I was thinking about the Squire Strat and the Leo James LP copy. What's up, Ted Talks Guitars and Life? How you doing, TTG? Thanks for stopping by. We were just talking about guitars. I got a couple of guitars in mind for doing upgrades and giving them away. So I got a Squire Strat that I think we'll do, and well, you know what? Maybe next Saturday, maybe next Sunday, I'll have a whole bunch of them in here, and you guys can vote on which one to do first. I got a few, not just the two I mentioned. So let me get. You know what? One thing I noticed about this guitar, I think it's got a ground issue. I think it doesn't have enough grounding because it doesn't have single coil pickups. But turn it on in humbucker mode, and that's with the noise gate on the amplifier. Put it on single coil mode, and it just goes up in pitch. So, but as long as I don't grab a microphone, I'm good. You might be right. You might be right on that because I haven't opened up the cavity yet. I got to open up the back and adjust the tremolo so that it'll be a little bit easier to go, to bend. Yeah. There's your confirmation, BBM. So yeah, that's probably it. So I'll check into that once we're done here. But if you're looking for one, guys, if you're in the market for a guitar, this is a great one. Amazon, $128 right now. So yeah, you know what? Yeah, if they're using freight wire and not hard wire, then they're not tinning the wire and they're getting this splayed ground, and it's not. It's messy. So, so I actually just learned about that today. Yeah. So yeah, I'm getting ready to start learning how to solder because I got to start doing the guitar kit world guitar soon. I gotta fix that up. Snug. Shame on you for saying that. You certainly don't need another guitar. Shame on you, sir. See, there's the loophole. The next sentence. Except I don't have a telly style, so I suppose I do need another one. Right? That's the loophole. I heard one guy say the best thing to do when you got a wife is to make sure you buy your guitars in the same color, and then she doesn't necessarily remember when you switch them out. What kind of kit did you get? Oh, the guitar kit world one is the Steinberger with the flame maple top. I actually assembled it. It came with a blemish. Yeah. Hold on, I can show you. One sec. It's right here. Here you go, Ted. Left it natural. Just put on True Oil, 3 coats of True Oil on the neck and the body to protect it, which is great stuff. And there was a blemish right here, so I had to. It was sanding through. It was actually this veneer is so thin that the blemish was actually underneath the veneer and showing through. So sanding it was just making it worse. So I had to come up with this. So I used a piece of walnut that I had, a walnut veneer, and I just stained it, glued it on. Yes, Dwight. Yeah, tellies are awesome too. Yeah. So yeah, you do need a telly, Snug. You really do, because a telly is a very versatile guitar. I mean, I know he has single coils, but that bridge is a great lead tone, and that neck, you're not going to get the tone out of a telly neck out of any other guitar. So and it does a lot. It's actually a very versatile guitar. So yeah, oh yeah. One other thing about this one, Ted, that might interest you, where this thing bolts in, there's a piece of wood that's actually supposed to be there for for screw number 4. Let's put it that way. It's actually been carved away by the CNC machine. So there's only 3 screws holding the whole thing in here. This whole piece. 1, 2, 3. So, but so far it's holding, and it looks like the action is going to be good. I just got to learn how to set this bridge up. It's a pain in the ass. Yeah, this thing always looks real tiny, but it's great in your. It feels perfect in your hands though, and it sits where it's supposed to when it's on a strap. It's actually very comfortable that way. I really have no problem with this, other than it's really for me and my skill set. If I'm being perfectly honest, a little bit more. I bit off a little bit more than I could chew, with the intention of learning, but not really having time because of the channel. That was my mistake. I got to find time and fix this. I'm going to get rid of this pickup, and these 2 are garbage. This pickup, I'm going to use the one that we had left over from the Igor build, and that's going to go in here. That's a bridge pickup, and I'm going to get a hot rail, put it in here, and then I'm going to leave this empty, or maybe I'll figure out something and I'll make a compartment. We put picks or something. I don't know. So it's going to have just the hot rail in here, up here, and then a 16K, basically a JB, an F, a knockoff of a JB in the bridge, and maybe I'll upgrade to a kill switch. This switch has to go. This thing is garbage. It's in position 4. One more to go, and if I push it, the head pops off because it's just the throw is too far this way for the last position. It's off. So yeah, you know what? BBM, yeah, I get what you're saying because it is actually a more of a big deal than you think because you have to learn you have to learn something new, right? So if if you want to learn something new, then this is the way to go. I shouldn't have done this until I knew more. But if I'm being perfectly honest, I knew exactly what I was looking at when I ordered it, and I talked myself into it a little bit, saying, "Yeah, I could do this. I could figure this out, and I could do it in the time allotted too. Yeah, I could do." No, I couldn't. So, and I'm kind of concerned about that too because I think the people over Guitar Kit World might not want to work with me again now. So we'll see. I'm going to try and finish this and get in the good graces and try and get something else from the future. You just want my first Kayla 2700 from the 80s? Yeah, that's one that I would be worried about. I This is actually a lot like that. This type of bridge, it's very much like a Kayla. It's got the screw. It's got the big spring on the bottom, and the whole the tension is what holds it level on just one giant spring in the middle. I think that's how the Kayla works, right? Because I know it's got that big cavity, that big hollowed out spot in the body, and I'm pretty sure that it uses the same thing, right? But yeah, I got it locked. This one locks though. This is a setup that locks. It can be flat, like it's flush, or it can be a tremolo. Four springs. Okay. Yeah, on this one, it's just one big one in the middle, and it's a fat one. It was on a PV Nitro. Okay, those are pretty cool guitars. So PV makes good stuff. Well, they made good stuff. I don't know so much anymore. Although I hear if you're looking to get the Eddie Van Halen sound cheaply, just get yourself a 6105 used. Right, that's the model, right? 6105. Because it used to be the 5150, and then Eddie moved on to over to Fender, right? Kaler is a good Kaler is a good tremolo. I think with everything when that came out and the Floyd came out, and it was around the same time, and I think because the Floyd was seen as being very complicated, they automatically assigned that to the Kaler as well, and because of the added unfamiliarity with anything else, the Kaler kind of got pushed a little to the wayside, and everybody kind of gravitated towards the Floyd. And with Eddie using Floyds, you know what I mean? That doesn't hurt it either. Kaler was a Floyd Rose license. Okay, thanks, Ted. Thanks for letting. So a Kaler Tremolo was a Floyd Rose. It was just a licensed Floyd Rose, and I guess they came up with their own thing in order to compete, and then they just dropped the license, right? Okay, so how have the commercials been, guys? I have this set up to have the least amount of commercials that I can set it up for. So, yeah. I really want to, what I want to check out, Ted? I want to check out the Floyd Rose that doesn't have the fine tuners on it. I think that thing looks awesome. Just the one, you just had one that when the stream opened, Snug. I used to have a Charvel that had a Kaler years ago. Yeah. Well, how do you guys like the Kaler? I haven't used one. We talk about complicated things, and more often than not, it being complicated is really just an unfamiliarity more than anything else. But But what do you guys think about ukulelers? Is it as complicated as everyone thinks? It was a new thing for you, yeah. I think that's pretty common though, that it's a new thing for a lot of guys. But I'm hopeful to get back into this one soon. All right. I'm kind of gonna make it like Vito Bratta inspired, not so much a direct copy of one of his guitars, but inspired by. Oh, okay. So, yeah, brass parts, right? Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, the brass wheels wear out, then they get grooves in them, huh? Yeah, I guess. Well, yeah, brass. Why brass? I know. All right, I know why brass. Right, brass is because it's the most musical metal, right? But you're talking about a wear and tear part, you know. Use steel, use titanium, you know. Don't use brass. But what do I know? So we're getting close to an hour, guys. This is pretty cool. So, um, was there anything else I wanted to share with you guys? All right, so uh, yeah, I don't have. I was going to show you the guys the guitars that I wanted to uh, work on in the future on the channel, but they're in another room. I'm not going to go run crazy. You know, it's halfway across the apartment, so I won't do that now. But so next time we'll do that. All right, I'll show you guys the guitars. We'll plan out a few things maybe. Um, there is one guitar in the room I want to work on sooner rather than later. A lot of you guys haven't met this guy. This is Big D. That's what I've named him. And well, this is the first guitar I picked up that was the restart of my interest in the guitar at the age of 40 something, 45. So I picked him up in Target. He was pink with gold with sparkles, pink metal flake on clearance for $40, and a couple cans of spray paint and some cheap parts from eBay. And this is how he is. But right now, the electronics need work, so I'm going to redo the entire electronics on this guitar. We're going to come up with. I'm going to use him as a guinea pig. I'm going to use him as a guinea pig. Come up with an idea for a unique way of wiring. Not a unique way of wiring, but so much as a unique set of tone options. It's an extension of the idea that got started with the bass to guitar conversion, which I still have to fix that ground wire on the bridge. So maybe I'll do that when I do this one, the other one. But so this is what we're going to do. So there's lots of plans. So please stick around, guys. We're getting 55 minutes. Try to push through to an hour, and then we'll call it a night, guys. So because I know it's getting late here in New York. Some of you guys are located on the East Coast, so yeah, bedtime, right? Bedtime's coming. So, Dwight, you got any other guitars that you want to share with us? I'm just curious because I see you had the Jackson in the background of the last video, the Gibson. Oh, this one here. This one is actually a Washburn. I didn't mention that. Sorry. Yeah, this is actually actually it's not even a Washburn. It's their cheap entry level brand, Lion, Lyon, and yeah, and it's a Neato body and yeah, maple neck with a rosewood veneer fretboard. But in the last video, I do have a first act in there. It's gonna be the one of the ones that we work on. It's my bastard, and I love it. And I don't know. Okay, look up the Road Warrior rides again. Ted, I did see some a little while ago, not super recent, but not a long time ago either. It's just long enough for me to feel like, gee, yeah, I have seen those. But yeah, I was actually surprised when I saw them because I was under the impression that they were only doing acoustics. So I guess they're trying to get back into the budget game. I guess they're seeing that the budget game is getting kind of hot right now, and maybe they should get back in. So I'm okay with that. I hope they can figure out a way to do well because they make some good guitars, not just the Nuno guitar, you know. Yeah, they should compete with Squire. I mean, they're a quality brand. They're established, so they should definitely compete with Squire. And I don't see why they couldn't take them head on. I mean, all they got to do is just they got to make sure that they're uh, up to snuff, up to the level of everybody else. If Squire's coming out with stainless steel frets, they better come out with some guitars with stainless steel frets, roasted necks, roasted fretboards, all that stuff, whatever it is. But they can't be competing at the bottom of the barrel in the budget area because then they'll stay there, right? Love my Washburn bass. In fact, I need to take another crack at getting it up and running. Um, that sounds like a plan, Snug. I like Washburn. I haven't gotten a lot of exposure to it, but I know enough to know that it's like they're a Midwest brand, and um, they actually made a few guitars in the '60s, in the '50s, and the '60s that were actually well received, and even into the '70s and '80s. But you know, since then, bad decisions. Anyway, but yeah, I like Washburns too. I just like guitars that aren't overly priced, right? Like I would love to own a Gibson, but Gibsons have gotten so crazy expensive. It's gotten to a point they can't even afford to take our money because they can't afford to sell the guitars for that little, because um, they've gotten upscaled so many times, right? Because that's how these guys do the things, right? When they sell the company, the family sells the company because the creative person dies, and then the corporation comes in and they are doing things in a more heartless manner, and then they can't make money, so somebody else, another corporation, buys them, and they figure, well, we'll elevate, and then they do that good. They do good for a while, and then they start failing, and they sell it to somebody who just says, well, let's elevate the brand again. And then let's elevate the brand again. Let's elevate the brand again. And before you know it, you're in a situation where you have to make copies of a $500,000 guitar and sell them for $50,000 in order to make money. Yeah, that sounds like a nice bass. Washburn bass as a backup when I played. Beautiful flame top. Yeah. And those flame tops back then, they were real flame tops. Not like all these guitars nowadays, they all come with veneers. Well, you should go ahead and dream big. I think we need to dream big, and then but we need to be able to realize the realist. There's got to be a certain amount of realism when we're presented with real life opportunities. You know what I'm saying? So we got to dream big, and as you're going for the gold, you got to be able to see the steps up to the next point. You know what I mean? Yeah, Ted's right. You can buy a telly for around 300. A Squire. I know what you're trying to say. SCV. It's right there. But yeah, you can get them for 300. Yeah, you can get if you can buy a Squire at $400, $450 new, you can get a used Mexican Strat for about the same price. So maybe that becomes an option at that point. You know what I mean? Yeah, I hear that. I hear that picking up the $300 first is the problem. Yeah, but online is a wonderful thing. I'm underemployed, as you guys know, but I'm getting my credit back in order. So I have a little bit of credit, and I also have a little bit of PayPal credit because I've been using them a long time. And this is all, and there's the 4-pay plans on Amazon and things like that. So you can afford to do a little more than you might think. Maybe. I don't know what your actual situation is financially, but if you could afford $25, $30 a week, you could probably, maybe not immediately, but with a little help getting things in order, getting your stuff in order, you could do that. You know, I just started paying off the case for Igor this week. I had to start paying it off. That was Amazon 4-pay, and not Amazon, PayPal 4-pay, and that's while I'm also doing other PayPal credit things with them for the channel as well. So, uh, my gut is saying Steinberger, baby boy. I think it was Steinberger because I think Steinberger is still in New York. They're in the city now, but it could have been Washburn. I could be mistaking being located in the Midwest with being upstate. This information in the here gets a little old, gets a little faded. Yes, Amazon and Temu have Afterpay 4-pay, and yeah, I've used that on. I used it on Temu. I had to get an air conditioner, and I had just lost my full time job, and just starting my. I was on the cusp of starting my new job. I had no income, so I used that. The cool creek. All right. Well, you know what, Dwight? I'm sorry. You know what? We'll do this next time. All right. I know I mentioned. I asked you about another song, but it was with 5 minutes left, and now it's after an hour. So um, next time, all right? But I appreciate. I like doing that with you. So I definitely would. I definitely would like to do it again. Okay. So all right, yeah, TSA's about out of here. So maybe it's a good point. Maybe it's a good time to say goodbye. It's getting late here in New York, but you guys are awesome. So thank you for coming. Um, Baby boy, I will. My phone is on whenever you want to give me a text. And that's going to do it for this one, guys. All right. Thanks for coming. Till the next one. You guys are awesome. I'm RJ. Take it easy, okay? Good night, everybody.